I did a show last night and I talked to you about Joe Biden. I said how Joe Biden's numbers were unimpressive, how Joe Biden's fundraising numbers had took a dip. You know what? Until today, I didn't realize how much of a dip they had actually taken. I did some looking at the numbers really closely, and I came away with this graph, guys. I don't know if you saw this one. I think I got this one compliments of Yahoo, right? Who's getting fundraising momentum? Who's gaining the fundraising momentum? And this is the reason why I did the video on Andrew Yang. This is one of the reasons, because if you look at this here, you'll see that Andrew Yang did amazingly well. 257% increase. 257% increase in the amount of donations from quarter two to quarter three. The next closest person was Marianne Williamson. Marianne Williamson with a 100% increase. Next closest person was Bernie Sanders with a 39% increase. Followed by Cory Booker with a 33% increase. And Elizabeth Warren with a 28% increase. You also notice that a couple people did horrible. Well, not horrible, but you don't want to go backwards. Kamala Harris minus 2%, not too bad. I mean, if you're going to go backwards, I'd rather go backwards 2% than 23% like Pete Buttigieg. Come on, Johnson. Somehow your mojo is wearing off there, brother. And then we come to Joe Biden. Down 30%. It looks to me like the establishment might have to come up with a new establishment pick, huh? Yeah, I don't think if you're the establishment pick and they've been pushing you, giving you as much help as they can to a dead-in-the-water candidacy that doesn't have any life anyway, how being negative 30% is a good thing. I don't know how you spin that one. What they say, well, maybe his donors are a little tired and they're pacing themselves. Here's another thing about Biden's donors. Some of them probably maxed out. No, literally maxed out. They maxed out giving to Biden because he's uninteresting and he keeps screwing up. And his past is coming back to bite him in the cash. But also they may have maxed out on the amount of donations they can get. What's the number? $2,700, right? Individual. So we know that stands to see. But see, I told folks, I said, look, you're watching, Donald Trump, and people saying Donald Trump, they got the impeachment inquiry going, and Donald Trump's horrible, he's doing horrible, and this is going to happen to him, that's going to happen to him. And look, guys, I'm not here to defend Donald Trump, and I won't defend him. I just won't do it. But I'll tell you this, the stuff he's saying about Biden is going to have an effect. I told you that last night it's going to have an effect. I told you last night, I said, you know what, Joe Biden's not ready for scrutiny. Joe Biden thought he could just sashay in. Put his little ice cream cone down, have the valet park his Corvette, come over here, run, win, and go back and get some ice cream and drive home in his Corvette, go back to D.C. He got used to going to D.C. every day. He's not used to questions. He don't want to deal with questions. What do you have to do as vice president? Money for nothing. Come on, Johnson. What did he do, really? Was he working hard the last 8 years? Come on. Took a couple photo ops with Obama, his friend Obama. Come on, Barack, his buddy Barack. Sniff a couple of hairs or people's hairs. Yeah, that's about it. Well, guys, proof is in the pudding. Check out this video of Joe Biden being asked questions he don't want to answer. And I want you to ask yourself, does he look like a front runner to you?
In charge of policy as vice president, in charge of policy in Ukraine, in your son's job in Ukraine. How is that not a conflict of interest?
It's not a conflict of interest. There's been no indication of any conflict of interest from Ukraine or anywhere else. Period. I'm not gonna respond to that. Let's focus on the problem. Focus on this man, what he's doing, that no president has ever done. No president.
As vice president, in charge of policy as vice president, in charge of policy in Ukraine, in your son's job in Ukraine. How is that not a conflict of interest?
It's not a conflict of interest. There's been no indication of any conflict of interest from Ukraine or anywhere else. Period. I'm not gonna respond to that. Let's focus on the problem. Focus on this man, what he's doing that no president has ever done. No president.
As vice president.
All right, so I don't know about you guys, but I don't think that's going to work really well. Now, I don't think it's going to work really well for Joe Biden just to tell people, you don't want to know the answers to any questions. You don't need to know. Why are you asking that? Don't ask that question. You don't need to know the answer to that question. Why you need to know that? Why you need to know if I'm corrupt or not? You don't need to know if I'm corrupt or not. I just told you I'm not corrupt. You don't need to know if I'm corrupt or not. Let's focus on Donald Trump's corruption. Let's focus on asking him if he's corrupt. Don't be asking me if I'm corrupt. I'm a... Boom! Yeah, that's not gonna... It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that Joe ain't gonna make it. Come on, Johnson. It's gonna be a hard road for him, Johnson. He's not going to be able to run from questions. He ducking questions like people duck jealous ex-lovers. Uh-oh, is she here? Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. You can't keep this up, Joe. Go out there and talk to that woman. Tell her why you left in the middle of the night. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. Joe Biden... I want to know the people that are giving money to Joe Biden at this point. You might as well just throw it in the fireplace. Real talk, just throw it in the fireplace, man. Save yourself and Joe the agony of watching him flame out. Just throw it in the freaking fireplace. This is pathetic. He thinks he could punk the media. He's punking the media. He's like, all right, how you asking me questions? That's not going to work. Look, we're a long ways away from Iowa. He thinks this is going to work. Obviously, he thinks it's going to work. He thinks he's part of the establishment to the point where he don't have to answer questions. You don't deserve answers because no credible source said that he was corrupt. I don't care about your credible sources, Johnson. I want you to answer questions, Johnson. So what is it, Johnson? Why? Look, I don't care. Look, it's not even if Joe Biden's corrupt or not. And nepotism is a problem. As much as they talk about Trump's kids all the time about they shouldn't be in the White House. And I agree. Oh, I agree. But if you agree that Ivana has no reason and Donald Jr. and whatever the other one's name is, goofiest one, the goofier one. What this guy's name is. Whatever, right? The thing is this. If that's the way you feel about Trump's kids, what about Biden's kids, man? What about his son? $50,000 a month is a lot of money to get for a job you've never done before in an industry you have no expertise in. And now Biden's going to have to explain that. And I know people saying he shouldn't have to explain it. Yes, he should, Johnson. He should. Because people want to know. Aren't you Democrats the least bit interested in why? I heard some commentator, I forget his name, somebody said, Americans are, not like Democrats are sitting around going, why Joe's son gets such a good job? Yeah, some of us are, Johnson. Some of us are. Some of us are wondering, corrupt bastard, paid off nepotism having, lucky, square, backstabbing, money grubbing, greedy, take care of themselves. They're part of the club and you ain't in it. Undeserving, unqualified, rich white guys. Come on. That's what people are thinking. Oh, you don't think no one's thinking that? Now, I'm not going to say all Democrats are thinking that because some of them are, stupid. But the ones that are smart, the ones that didn't drink all the Kool-Aid, some of them were drinking the Kool-Aid and then they stopped like, oh, hold on. Can't sit here and drink all this Kool-Aid, Johnson. I gotta be able to think. Gotta be a free thinker. Gotta be able to make my own decisions. Let me get just a little bit more sip. Hold on. Okay. That's it. Let me stop drinking this Kool-Aid so I can think with a clear head a little bit. At least a little bit. And those people are listening to this charade. And then it's not like they're going rooting for Trump or something. They're not rooting for Trump. They ain't that stupid. But they're not rooting for Biden either. They're not that stupid either. So here's the deal. We already think Trump is corrupt and will do anything he can to win, and we already know that, okay? But we also think now that Biden got something to hide. So you don't go up and stonewall Biden. Simone Sanders, what good are you, man? Who's advising Joe? They've been doing a horrible job up to this point. I don't know who advises Joe. Joe, listen, Joe, this is on the house, bro. This is on the house. Now, there's some people, particularly in South Carolina, some black folks, who may give you a pass because they think, well, Joe can't be all bad. He got good stories. We like stories. You know, if he could drop a couple F-bombs in there, Eddie Murphy's coming back. We enjoy stories. We like, Bill Cosby until we found out he, may have, raped women, he raped women, whatever. We like stories, The Wiz, all the Richard Pryor jokes, great storytellers. So it's, we're good with that. But see, here's the thing, what we don't like, we don't like phonies. Nah, we don't like phonies. We didn't like Milli Vanilli. Milli Vanilli, horrible. We're so bad. We were so bad on our entertainers. And look, being a politician to a large degree is nothing more than being an entertainer. You're entertaining people's thoughts and dreams and hopes. Right? That's what you do, right? Instead of singing, you speak, you give speeches. Yeah? Instead of dancing, you dance around, you stand on the stump and you motion, you use your hand gestures. Yeah? So you're sort of like an entertainer in a way. Well, I'm going to tell you, man, the black community in South Carolina, they really hate phonies and they don't like lip syncs. They hate it so bad when Milli Vanilli, after they got caught, that they could not sing and they were lying and they were conniving. When one of them killed themselves, nobody felt bad for them at all. They were like, hey, man, Milli Vanilli, one of the members killed himself in a hotel somewhere in Switzerland. Black people were like, you mean the guy that was faking like he could sing? Oh, man, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Thought you were going to tell me something important. Get out of here. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Don't come here with that. My cousin died. I didn't go to his funeral. I don't care about this dude. What's his name? What's his name? The guy with the extensions in his head, the micro braids. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. What I'm trying to tell you is that authenticity matters. We expect it from our rappers. We expect it from you, Joe. And you don't seem authentic at all. You're a person trying to hide behind your title, hide behind Barack. Come on, man. All that name dropping that Joe Biden been doing on the stump will not save him from this. And like I stated, it's not as if people are going to say, I'm going to go vote for Trump. But what they will do is not go vote for Joe Biden. And that's why I'm imploring anyone from the sound who can hear, anyone in the distance, in the proximity of my voice, to recognize that Joe Biden can't beat Donald Trump. In fact, Joe Biden's worst adversary is not another Democrat. It's not Bernie Sanders. It's not Elizabeth Warren. It's not even Donald Trump. You know who it is? Joe Biden's worst adversary is Joe Biden, Johnson. That's who it is. And wherever you go, there you are.